the sour taste will wash away. 'Cause I promise I'm better now. Wouldn't hold it against you if you say that you don't wanna get close to me, close to what we used to be. But I just feel like dancing. Are you feeling it too? Oh baby, won't you love me? Won't you love me? Won't you love me? Love me like yesterday. Don't you feel it? How it feels, babe. Won't you love me the old kind of new way? Love me like yesterday. I'm sure messed up, not once or twice, but every time you thought that we did alright. But I thought it through, and I'm missing you. And I promise I'm better now. Wouldn't hold it against you if you say that you don't wanna get close to me, close to what we used to be. But I just feel like dancing. Are you feeling it too? Oh baby, won't you love me? Won't you love me? Won't you love me? Love me like yesterday. Don't you feel it? How it feels, babe. Won't you love me the old kind of new way? Old kind of new. Tell me you're feeling it too, babe. And love me like yesterday. Old kind of new. Tell me you're feeling it too. And love me like yesterday. Wouldn't hold it against you if you say that you don't wanna get close to me, close to what we used to be. But I just feel like dancing. Are you feeling the groove? Oh baby, won't you love me? Won't you love me? Won't you love me? Love me like yesterday. Don't you feel it? How it feels, babe. Won't you love me the old kind of new way? Old kind of new. Tell me you're feeling it too, babe. And love me like yesterday. Old kind of new. Tell me you're feeling it too. And love me like yesterday. Love me like yesterday. Yesterday. Will you love me?
everybody. Welcome, welcome. How are you? Welcome to the very last episode of 2021 for TechCondo, that is. Of course, we're not the last one. Definitely not by a long shot, because next year I will be back. But I'm going to take some time off. But before I go into what we're going to talk about in the show, I would love to hear where you're from at the moment. And if you're new here, also welcome, especially to you. We're a group of producers. I'm typically calling you guys the Producer Guild. It doesn't matter if you are a small producer with only one camera or a multitude of cameras. It doesn't matter. And above that, it doesn't really matter if you are only a video producer, because my dad is also in this chat. I just saw him, and we just played a snippet of his last song that he's producing himself. He's more into the audio world of things. I'm more in the video world of things, but together we're a bunch of I would say creatives, right? I hope that you guys liked that song at least. I thought it would be cool to give that. I have to admit, today is a extremely awkward day for me. Gremlins all over. I had a radio show this morning. I produced everything, but for some reason I made a mistake. I also made a mistake during the creation of this video. And I also forgot to get that song into this mix, because I think, this is the way that it goes. Sometimes you don't have the best day. However, that doesn't mean that you cannot have a party, right? So that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to have a party. And, well, please let me know where you're from. And I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. Let's see who is in the house. MT is already there. I was a little bit early with the planning. It stated 6:30, which was totally wrong on my end. Sorry for that, MT. But I was planning to go live around about this time indeed. Hey, DJ is also in the house. He's also saying hi to MT, who's of course, already there. I see Elon is also in the house. Welcome. Really appreciate you for taking the time. And indeed, shalom. Indeed, definitely a good sentence there. Let's go ahead and see if we have more people. I see also Marjolein is in the house. Wishing you all a nice event. Well, event. Oh, don't make it too big. Wait a minute, I'm making a cappuccino. Nice. Good idea. Good idea there. And I also see my dad, who is saying good evening to Marjolein in Dutch. And Raoul is in the house. Welcome. How are you? Great to see. Indeed, like Marjolein says, all familiar faces. And names, of course, but as well. But if you're new here, please go ahead and write down that you are new. Just say new so that I can say hello to you, because I really like to meet you. My name is Petra. If you don't know, I'm living in the south of the Netherlands, let's say near the bigger Eindhoven area. And in my day-to-day job, I am working for a high-tech company as an architect. However, I also do some video productions besides that, as for events, but also at the local radio and TV station. So, been around doing that quite some time. 25 years already at the local station, so quite a long time. I didn't know that, but Marjolein is from The Hague, which is cool too. I have some friends there as well. And my dad has a hangover. What? Seriously. Anyway. And of course, DJ Ware is all the way from Dallas, Texas. Welcome. Welcome, y'all. That's what they say there, right? Okay, cool. All right, so today is going to be a bit of a free format discussion, to be honest. So I also urge you to drop in and say what you guys have been doing. I did see that MT has gotten a very nice Christmas present, a 7-inch video assist by Blackmagic. really nice. I'm very interested in what you think about that, MT, because that would be very interesting. Um, and I will talk to you about two major topics today. I have to get my notes here for myself. Uh, of course, I want to talk a little bit about TechCondo, about what happened in 2021, because it was totally different than I was expecting that, and there were a lot of products that for me have been a bit yeah, breaking the norm, being a little bit different than expected, being better than expected, maybe something that I have not thought about before, and that was really really cool. I will be talking about the products first, but it will be a little bit interwoven with Taekwondo, because you will hear a lot of familiar products coming your way, especially if you have been following me this year. So that's that. But first, Exafilm, new watching from the Caribbean. Welcome, welcome. Fantastic to see you here. Always cool to see new faces. Welcome to the Producer Guild. Really appreciate that. My dad says she accomplished 100th video registration from the local church last week. Dedication and serving the local community. Thanks, Dad. That is indeed the case. However, because people do not know that, maybe I can talk about that indeed. It's not really related to Taekwondo, of course, but it is definitely something that I'm proud of, and it is definitely a commitment there. Okay, all right. So let's talk about the products that were very very innovative or had a big impact on this show. And I'm going to start a little bit with lower hanging fruit, or at least the ones that are not that obvious, but in time I will increase a little bit. So I will just start with the first one, which is definitely one that I think has been a game changer for me from one perspective, and that is the following. And I'm going to show that to you very quickly. That is, can I not zoom in a little bit, because that would be even better, because otherwise you will see what the other ones are. Yeah. Okay, perfect. All right. So the first one will be this one, the Blackmagic Web Presenter. The Blackmagic Web Presenter is for me a unique product, because it was a product that I was looking for. I was looking for a means to go live online to Facebook, to YouTube, to wherever I want to go, but without the need of having to put my local network on the internet. You see that even though you know that I have an ATEM, you know that I have all kinds of different components, but some of these components are really easy to break into, if that is anything to say, because for example, if you have an ATEM Mini with a hard drive attached to it with your ISO recordings, you can just, without any password, go to that drive and fetch that drive without the need of any password. From that perspective, I do think that it's not very safe, and I was really looking for a way to do that. And so I had a video where I was really looking into separate components, live view, for example, but also the Pearl Nano, and also this Blackmagic Web Presenter. Now, the Blackmagic Web Presenter was not the very first product that was done by Blackmagic on that area, but it was a groundbreaking change from the previous version, because it had a nice screen, but it also had this unbelievably great monitoring solution, so that you really could see what was happening, if your audio was great, if you had a good connection, if you hadn't an issue with your caching, and you could definitely also see if there was a video and audio there as well. So that was for me one of the major products that was for me groundbreaking from the perspective of my local setup, right? I will do one more, and then I will go into some questions or answers, or maybe you also have some comments there as well. The next one and that's a little bit related to the first one, and that is the Pearl Nano. Like I said, I was looking into it, and the web presenter I do have, it's not on today due to some connections that I am doing for myself. I'm doing other things behind the scenes to see if something is working or not. So I could not use that as an input device or an output device today. However, it's still working. Don't worry about it. It's still working, just not today. But I had a very big validation, and one of the other ones was indeed the Pearl Nano, the perfect fit streamer and recorder. What I really like about this system is that it's literally a set and forget application. So you really can have a fully remote connectivity with that system. You can fully configure it remotely. And it's literally a press of a button to stream, and there's not a press of a button to record. That's it. And if you want to have picture-in-picture, then that is also very easy to do. And it does support SRT. And that is the combination of the picture-in-picture and the SRT is for me a really big reason why I have put this on this list for 2021, due to the fact that I can see me purchasing it down the road one day. Actually, I am waiting for the right moment to purchase it. For me, it does not make sense to purchase it this year. Well, this year is almost over, of course, but once Corona is a little bit gone and it's easier to really go into venues and have hybrid productions, then this becomes a very nice product to think about. However, not yet today. All right, so those were the first two products that I thought were very, very interesting from this year's perspective. And I will... MT says, this is also the reason I have one-ups, just two of what? Was that the Pearl Nano or the web presenter? That's the problem with being live. You don't see it 2 minutes ago, but that's interesting to see if you have two Pearl Nanos or two web presenters. Again, there is a web presenter 4K and an HD. I happen to have the HD model. And what I forgot about the web presenter to say is that an additional add-on is that for the web presenter you can change the resolution compared to your production, and that is very interesting because if you have bad quality internet and you still want to stream, you can put it on 720 but have your production still on 1080, because if you would do the same on the A10 Mini Pro ISO Extreme or Extreme ISO, you cannot have it both ways. It's either you do the whole production 1080 or the whole production 720, but the stream follows the production. It's not vice versa. Okay, the web presenter, MT says, yep, indeed. Yep, I'm not surprised. It's really, really nice product indeed. Okay, moving on to another one that another one what I really think is a groundbreaking product. But this one is another one that I do not own myself at the moment. That is this one by the YOLObox, the YOLObox Pro. What I really like about this YOLObox Pro is that it is a all-in-one streaming engine. You can add 3 HDMI sources. You can add even a webcam if you like. You can also add videos via an SD card, and it also contains a 4G LTE built in, so that if you are on the go, you can still produce a show. And what I like about this is that it's not only switching like you can do on the ATEM, it's also adding graphics like lower thirds or scrolling there as well. So it is a very, very capable product. I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with it because I really, really like it. and I can see definitely that I would purchase it one day if again the world is opening up and I can travel again and I want to do the show on location. This is definitely an interesting product. However, for some reason, I'm also not 100% sure if I really like it because it's based on Android. And sorry, maybe it's because I like Apple, but I did purchase in the past two Android phones and one tablet, and all three of them I really didn't like that. It's for some reason it's not for me, and I cannot understand why. On the paper, it should be very good, but I do think, looking at the perspective of having everything in this size, that is of course very very interesting, and it might be that still I will purchase it one day, but and not anytime soon. Maybe when the COVID thing is over, I will purchase this YOLO box live that you see right here. Again, a multi-camera production with GoPro cameras, drones. You can add a computer, and indeed there's also a cheaper version of the YOLO box with two connections. And to be honest, it might even be a better solution for me, the YOLO box, compared to the YOLO box Pro, due to the fact that I would not use it for real on location work, but more for the show itself. Not that the show is not important. No, it's really important. But it's just, looking at the pricing and that kind of stuff. So yeah, that is what I wanted to talk to you about, the YOLO box. Then what I also think is a very good product to talk to you about is, I think that I will now say something about vMix. Of course, vMix is the product that I'm using. As a matter of fact, as you can see right here, this is literally the what I see. And I will put it back. But vMix did do quite a lot of changes. A few of them are not so interesting for me. For example, the instant replay is not that interesting for me. However, the Stingers does add some additional functionality, which I really like to add to my production, and it's very easy to change with the GT title designer that comes with vMix. 4K and Pro. Red alerts is really important, definitely, because if, for example, you've forgot to add your volume or something, then at least you will see that. And if I would add fade to black, I would then also see that fade to black was enabled. And what is not on this screen, but definitely is one of my favorite features, and it's very, very small, that is that you can actually add a text to the audio bus. Not for TechCondo, I only have two buses for TechCondo, but for if I have a production that is bigger than this, I typically have like 4 or 5 audio buses at the same time, so I can really do a lot of different things with matrices, etc. And I really like that flexibility. However, it is very hard to work with A, B, C, D, E, and figuring out what is. So that was a very small yet very big change for me. So vMix 24 was definitely also a big change for me. And then the last one, before I go back to if you have comments, I would state that, and this is one that I think that I've also discussed last week. I really was at the point that I hated to edit any video, but then came the possibility to buy DaVinci Resolve and get the speed editor for free. That's a small thing on the left hand side. That is definitely a game changer for me. Why? Because with the jog shuttle, it becomes way easier to find your way around in a video. The buttons are really nice to work with. It's really easy to add and to change and to remove parts of the video. Definitely a game changer from my workload And that is also one of the reasons why I do next year will have multiple times that I will use the speed editor for some B-roll or some other stuff. I do still like going live because I really love the interaction with you guys. And the combination, like I did last week with, or the week after with the Thunderbolt enclosure, it really was condensing the live show, but still having a live feel to it. And I really, really liked that. So that was, again, a very important product for me this year. Now, looking back at your comments, if there are any, no, I do not see any comments popping up. I think that I'm going maybe a little bit too fast, so I'll wait a little bit. So like I said, that the products that you will see are also intertwined with TechCondo, and that's also the reason why I'm talking about them. It is also going to be a little bit of a faster show, I think, today, but we still have a few to go before I'm ready, because the next on my list is actually one that is related to the last one that I will be talking about today. And I think that you can think about which product is really important to this year, but just in case, the next one is this one from Scarhoy, which is the Quick Pad. The Quick Pad is a product that allowed me to really go one additional step in my production by adding the functionality without the need of a computer at all, of adding additional buttons to my A10 Mini Extreme. Buttons that allowed me to do more animations between super sources, allowed me to fiddle around to figure out which media I wanted to show, changing transparencies, changing all kinds of DSKs and that kind of stuff. So it was really a very big game changer, especially compared with the A10 Mini that I have. And I only have 2 products left, so I can already go to the before last. And that is, of course, the one that I had been talking about last week. That is my new MacBook Pro, which I will be using for edits for this show. I will not bring it along with me to local productions due to the price of this laptop. It's way too expensive for that. However, it is really a game changer if it comes to the speed of editing, and of course it also combines with a very good DaVinci Resolve with a very good speed editor, which makes my life easier, and therefore I also am starting to like editing again, which I really liked. Well, and the last but not least is, of course, the A10 Mini Extreme ISO, which I bought in April. It's really the system that kickstarted my channel again. At the start of the year, I really could not have imagined such a growth in a new, really cool community with you guys. I could have not expected that. At the start of the year, I actually had I see that I've removed it. Let me get that for you very quickly. At the start of the year, I had 288 subscribers. That's 288 subscribers on this channel, and now I'm over 1,300 subscribers, which is mind-boggling, because at the start of the year I was really under the impression that if I would reach 500, I would be again already very happy. That was my end goal. That would be my goal from today, 500. No, don't go away. Don't go away. But I really had never expected this, and the growth has been phenomenal. But it's not really about me. It's about you. You being here every single week, enjoying. I'm so much enjoying your companionship, and I am really humbled to be part of this producers guild, like you guys are also as well. And that's also one of the things that I wanted to tell you that, and that's also the most important thing of 2021 is that for TechCondo, this has been a fantastic year. I am really pumped, and I really would like to continue next year and build on this and doing a lot of different stuff. Of course, I will be talking about my predictions of 2021. I will leave that not for today. I will be talking about that on the 8th of January when I'm back from my vacation, because that's when I want to really think about what will 2022 bring, what will be the interesting concepts that we need to think about, what are the lesser ones. And I also want to urge you to really talk to me and write down in the comments, what did you like most of this year? And what would you like me to work on more this year? Do you want still some additional information on the A10 Mini, for example? Or do you want me to talk a little bit more about the Pro Presenter? That's it. The Pro Presenter which I'm gonna work on during my vacation to figure out how everything is going and connecting with each other. Or do you want me to talk a little bit more about vMix? Or do you want me to talk about editing, how I edit? How can you do that all in the DaVinci Resolve? What is my workflow? What do you want me to talk about? Please let me know in the comments so that I can start to figure out a way to combine everything. Of course, there's way much more that I can talk about in the future as well. Maybe more about audio products, like for example the X32 or the Allen and Heath audio mixers. Let me know what you are interested in, and I'm gonna try to work on that. So the 8th of January, I will talk about what I have in store for my for my brand, for what I need to purchase, for example, to make my events production even better. I will also talk about what I think that this year, that 2022 will be about. That being said, I will talk about that on the 8th of January, but if I would compare it to what I thought at the start of this year, everything was totally different. Because again, 500, that was what I was expecting, and I was at 288 at that time. Wow. All right. So a lot of in the meantime, I see a lot of people that are there. Marilyn says, speaking of discussion new releases, how about spending a couple of minutes on new products or announcements at the start of each of your weekly shows? I can talk about that. Maybe not each of them, because I don't think that there will be a lot of news every single week. But I definitely can, Marilyn, if you'd like, I can definitely have maybe a monthly show that's a little bit more aimed towards new products or something that I think might be something to look at for innovation purposes, or maybe some products that are down the line that might be interested for you. I can definitely look at that. Kate says, you're right, the Extreme is the number one. Yeah, for me, it definitely is the system that I had the most benefit of throughout the year. My productions have been skyrocketing quite dramatically because of that. The production value has been skyrocketing. For the first time, I could remove loads from my computer on a dedicated product, which was really important to me. And the super source is so amazingly great. And having an ISO recording that you can just very easily put into DaVinci is mind-bogglingly easy, and it does take so much time away from editing. So I'm so happy with that. MT says next on my list is the speed editor. I'm excited to learn DaVinci. Okay, yeah. So okay, let's do this. Maybe I should actually do some videos together with you guys about DaVinci when I'm learning it myself. So maybe if I learn something, I can then show it to you guys so that we can learn together and figure out what is the best way of doing it together. Because again, I see this as a vehicle. I see TechCondo as a vehicle to help everybody, and including myself. I'm part of the same producers guild as you are, so that would be great. Marjolein says it's your friendliness that sets the atmosphere here, Petra. That's your humbleness, and of course your professionalism and humor are that makes people makes people come back to your channel. Yeah, that's right. So just in case that I cannot see the whole thing there, but I then go here so that I can actually see it. So that is the reason why sometimes I need to check it again. There you go. Kid says, I would be interested in vMix. Okay, I can definitely talk about that a little bit more. MV says, on the point, Marjolein, nothing more to add to. Totally agree. Oh, thank you so much, guys. I'm flabbergasted. I'm like blushing now. Thanks. Elon says, I am interested in the combination of vMix and ATEM Extreme. Okay, yep. I can talk about that, definitely. I have to write these things down before I forget, but I'll do that after the fact. And thank you so much for your interest, your ideas. MT says, a suggestion for next year, the bird dog play would be interesting. I think about to get one and try it out. Yeah, I was also looking into that one myself as well, MT. It's so good that you remind me about that one. It's quite a very inexpensive set, but I believe that there are 3 different. For some reasons, I have. Let's do that together. Let me see. Bird dog. Oh no. Not that one. Hey. Oh, not birthday. Bird dog, of course. I'll show you what MT means. So, Bird Dog is one of my favorite brands. They're from Australia. And as a matter of fact, I am using NDI products in my production because all my cameras, now I'm only using 1 today, but I can up to 3 cameras I can use with NDI so that I can bring it in without any form of SDI or HDMI connections, which also means that if this computer breaks, I can go to that computer right there and be live within 5 minutes, which is great. Bird Dog Play. Let's talk about that product here. So Bird Dog Play is a new product that they have just announced a couple of months ago, I think, and it's only $150. And what I really like about that is that Bird Dog Play can be used to decode a NDI source. So you can actually have a NDI camera and then picking the signal up and moving this one to your TV screen, which I really enjoy, and I would definitely be interested in looking a little bit more about that. So it can go up to Ultra HD, and it really looks very nice with NDI 5, which is the new version of NDI. So definitely one that I will also be looking into next year. My dad says vMix showed a way of building a minimum environment that only weighed 333 grams plus 79 for the for the keyboard, it's on YouTube. That is true. That's a fantastic video of the people at vMix. It's quite interesting that literally a box this size can be used to run vMix, not 1080. That's not possible, but 720, which is still amazing. So I was really impressed by that. And indeed, vMix is still one of my favorite means of streaming, and I will most likely remain using vMix for a long, long time for this show. But that doesn't mean that I don't like the ATEM Mini, because for events that I actually get paid for remotely, I just don't want to have a computer for that. I really need to have one stable unit, and that's definitely the ATEM from my perspective. Hey Kevin, what's going on? Ugh, I'm late. I set a reminder, but I fell asleep. That's totally okay, Kevin. It's the way it is. We were just, hanging out, having a lot of fun together. I just talked about the products that were, from my perspective, innovative, or at least groundbreaking for me in my production workflow, maybe also in yours. And I also was talking about that 2021 was a fantastic year for TechCondo, going from 288 subscribers all the way to more than 1,300 subscribers in just 1 year is amazingly great. And I'm, again, very humbled, and I do recognize, and thanks for the really nice reactions to that. Again, I'm really humbled by that. And of course, I really want to continue next year with a very nice product. But I don't want to talk about next year today. This is really looking back to 2021, like I am showing at the very end of my screen right there. 2021, that's what we're going to talk about today. I still want to have some time left for you guys to maybe give me some additional feedback before I leave, because after I leave, I won't see you for 3 weeks. Ugh. So a long time ago. That would be so long. Ugh. And he says you can also use it to feed Confidence Monitor and other stuff behind the scenes on a production, mainly to solve problems with the aux out on the ATEM Mini. Definitely. Yeah, that would be good. That would be a very good use case for that. So that would be something maybe to look into as well. Kevin says, you're growing immensely. Great year for you. Keep it up. I will try to do my utmost best, Kevin. Definitely. Okay, yeah, this is really all I have in store for you today. However, we can still hang out if you'd like. If that is the case, I can definitely extend it for a few minutes. So I will keep on talking a little bit longer to explain to you what you can expect the coming 3 to 4 weeks, just in case. So this will be the last show of this year. I know, I'm sad about that too. However, I also would like to spend some time with my dad. And in all fairness, okay, next week is not a special day. It's just the 18th of December on top of my head. But the week after, it's the 25th of December, and that's of course Christmas. And I really urge you to spend some time with your family, your friends, your loved ones, to really enjoy and take some time to be amongst yourself and look back on 2021. I really hope that you didn't have a bad year with regard to health or whatever. I really hope that you had a great year. And I really hope that next year will be even better. Now, talking about next year, the next Saturday will be, after the 25th, will be the 1st of January. And again, I want to urge you to spend some time with your friends and family to really celebrate that we finalized 1 year, one trip around the sun, and we're going to go with another trip around the sun. And hopefully it's going to be an even better year in 2022. Again, I don't want to be here live. I want you to really enjoy yourself. And of course, I'm going to also go to my dad and maybe some friends, if that is possible during this, lockdown situation. And then on the 8th of January, I will be back. And then I'm looking forward talking about what I want to do with TechCondo. And again, write down in the comments what you'd like me to talk to you about during next year. And I will also make some predictions. What I think that 2022 will bring us, or at least I hope it will bring us. That means that I will not be here for 3 weeks. What will I be doing then? I love Lego. I have a plethora of Lego sets. I'm gonna show you the first one that I'm gonna build. I have to go get it. I don't have it. It's really great of me not to show it to you. I will show you the first one that I'm gonna build, but that's definitely not the last one in the coming 3 weeks. So just give me a few seconds. Okay. All right. So the first one I'm going to build is the Bad Batch shuttle that you can see right here. The Bad Batch is a Star Wars show, a animation show, and I really am impressed by the storytelling and about the quality of that animation. And that's one of the reasons why I bought it. Now, this is definitely not the only Lego set that I've bought. I also bought a AT-AT, which is a big, huge walker. It's extremely big, but I don't know if I'm gonna build it this time around due to the fact that I do have some space limitations, believe it or not. But nevertheless, I am really looking forward to build not one, not two, but more sets. And before I leave you, I also want to show you a friend of mine who happens to be in the studio. Hey. People want to see you. People want to see you, guy. There you go. Hey. Kermit, say hi to people. He doesn't like that. But let me put him on the desk. Kermit is my friend, and Kermit actually did something this week, yesterday, so I have to be careful. Yesterday, Kermit broke the spacebar of my work laptop. Right, huh? Why was that? Because he was sitting on my laptop when I was going away to the toilet for just a few moments. So I was away for just a few moments, and he was sitting there. And once I tried to remove him, he was sticking with his claws in the space bar. But so that is now broken. So I have to unfortunately talk to the help desk to get it fixed. But I don't really care for myself. I don't care for it that much because I actually use a external keyboard for my laptop. But yeah, it's the way it goes, right? Anyway, so that's a little bit of a story there. I said spacebar, but I meant the shift bar. Sorry, the shift button. Sorry. Let me see if you. Petra says 3 weeks out. You ruin my Saturday evenings. Sorry, MT. I'm so sorry. Well, I will be back every week with just a very short video, but don't tell. Very short, like less than a minute. Just an FYI there. I just recorded it today. Wait. You don't want to stream on Christmas? Well, I do, but I think that my dad wants me to be at his place during Christmas, so I will be there. Here says, thanks for the nice content. Have a great vacation. Thank you so much, guys. Have a amazing vacation. Yep. And indeed, hi, Kermit. Hey, it's your fault, not Kermit's. It is definitely my fault. You're absolutely right, Kevin. I really I confess. Did Kermit come out of that little accident all right? Yes. Nothing wrong with him. I was actually I didn't even realize it till like later in the evening because I was I work on a different keyboard on an external one, so I didn't really see that, and all of a sudden I saw this plastic thing broken in two. It's like, what is this? What's the spacebar? It's like, where does it come from? Oh, it was my laptop of work. So I have to explain myself to my boss. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. But of course, I will. If I presume that it will be fixed or not. If it's not, it's okay with me also. You have two space. I'm saying space bar, but I mean the shift. We have two shifts, so I can still use the shift, so it's okay. Yep, that's what happens if you have a cat, and it's really not that he breaks a lot, but this is yeah, it just happened. Anyway, that is what I have in store for you today. Aw, seriously, thank you so much, Marjolein. €5, a tiny little contribution towards your next Lego kit. Happy holidays, Petra. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. MT says, have a great vacation and enjoy your time with your dad, and also have much fun with Lego builds. I will definitely do that. All right, that is it. That is the last few seconds of this year. Again, have a happy holidays and also a great new year. I will be having two videos up just in case that people do not see this video. One, of course, during Christmas, one during the New Year's. Just a quick hello, nothing more than that. But I will see you on the 8th of January, and I'm really looking forward to another year of TechCondo together with you, the Producers Guild.